Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Aging Games. It is officially summer in the Northern Hemisphere, that is. And I wanted to talk to you guys about the fact that before it became a villain, the sun was actually considered medicine. And in this video, I'm also going to tell you how to get safe sun exposure without all the toxic sunscreen and everything else that you've been told, how to benefit from its healing energies. If you've been following this channel for a while, you know that I recently became certified in quantum biology, and I talk about the benefits of the sun all the time. And I get a lot of slack from people every time I post something because I think you guys have the impression that I'm telling you to lie out in the sun like a rotisserie chicken, staying there in the highest UVB during the day and to stay there and bake for hours and hours every single day. And this is actually not correct. And in order for the sun to be healing and to be considered medicine, you need safe exposure. And this starts with slowly building up your sun callus. So the most important thing is to get out in the morning, to get the morning rays, because these frequencies of light will prepare your skin for tanning later on during the day when the UVB is strong. During this time in the morning, you can be outside safely because until the UVB rays appear, you're not tanning, you cannot burn, but you're also not making vitamin D. So that's why it's really important to also get your skin exposed to UVB light, not just UVA in the morning. So to build up your sun callus slowly, carefully, in a controlled manner, once you're out in the morning, then you want to spend some time out during the day, during UVB. It doesn't have to be high noon or whatever the hottest sun is in your area. For me, it's actually much hotter in the afternoon around 4 p.m. But in some countries, it might be at noon, 1 p.m. You don't need to be out during that time. You can download an app like my Circadian app to see exactly when you'd be making vitamin D. And during this time, you want to be outside for 10, 15, maybe 20 minutes, depending on your skin type. If you're very fair and you burn easily, start with like 5 to 10 minutes of exposure. Make sure you're not wearing sunglasses. If you're wearing sunglasses, you're sending the signal to your brain that it's actually shady outside. There is no sun, and your skin is not going to be preparing for the stronger UVB rays. So take off your sunglasses. If the sun is bothering you, or if there's a glare, it might be different, but put on a hat, put your head in the shade. There are different ways you can protect yourself. Also, don't slather yourself in this toxic, horrible sunscreen that everyone's using. It's bad for the marine life. It's bad for your skin. It's bad for your hormones. It's pure poison. Now, there are some alternatives. There are some safer ones that you can buy. You can use those if you need to protect your skin, but I'm a much bigger fan of covering up with hats, with clothing, moving into the shade. Like I said, our ancestors were not baking in the sun 24/7 as we do when we go on vacation. That wasn't normal that we would just lie around outside and get fried. That's not normal, and that's not what we did, and that's not what we need to do in order to get the benefits of the sun. So once you've had your UVB exposure, 10, 15, 20 minutes, whatever feels right for you, don't burn. You don't need to burn. Then you want to go outside in the evening again when the sun has a lot more infrared light. And this infrared light is truly healing from your skin, and it will help recover from, even if you burned a little bit or got a little bit pink, this will help heal your skin. The sun is designed perfectly. We just need to work and live in harmony with it to get its full benefits. But before we continue, let me take you back over 100 years to Switzerland, where a doctor named Auguste Rollier was curing people not with pills, not with surgeries, but with sunlight. And this is really important to know because this is how far we have come from using sunlight as medicine to being told that it is poison and we need to stay out of the sun completely. Keep our children out of the sun. Make sure you're putting sunscreen and sunglasses on them even as they're babies, which is total insanity. But let's look at the work of Dr. Auguste Rollier. So Dr. Rollier was a pioneer in what's called heliotherapy, the medical use of sunlight to treat disease. At one point, he ran 36 clinics in the Swiss Alps, treated thousands of patients with everything from tuberculosis to rickets to wounds that wouldn't heal. And it wasn't some flaky fringe method. His results were documented, respected, and celebrated all across Europe. Just check out these children. These were real patients who came to him with severe bone deformities. Their bodies were twisted by disease, their faces pale and weak, and after months of structured sun exposure, their bones were stronger, their posture restored, their skin vibrant and actually glowing. The transformation was absolutely undeniable. But just as I'm recommending safe sun exposure for you guys, Rollier didn't just throw people into the sun like rotisserie chickens. He was meticulous. He understood sunlight was a tool, and like any tool, it has to be used wisely. He began treatment with early morning light when there's no UVB, just soft infrared rich wavelengths that prime the skin and prepare the body for tanning. Then over time, he gradually increased exposure to 5 to 10 minutes at a time, working up to a stronger midday rays, all done with care, rhythm, and absolute precision. He was healing people with light decades before we even had the modern science to understand how or why this worked. And fast forward 100 years, and how did we go from sun being medicine, respected, and doctors using it to heal people, to the sun being demonized, and that we have to be indoors, we have to cover ourselves, we have to protect ourselves? Where did this all go wrong? Well, I'm going to tell you exactly where. In the mid 20th century, researchers set out to prove that sunlight, specifically UV light, was harmful. But to do so, they didn't use human models. Instead, they used hairless mice and rats, nocturnal animals that are not even supposed to be in the sun. They exposed them to artificial UV light at unnatural intensities, and lo and behold, tumors formed. From there, the headlines practically wrote themselves. UV light causes cancer. The sun is dangerous. Protect yourself at all costs. They even went as far as prying open the eyes of monkeys and shining high-intensity UV light directly into them. And of course, damage occurred. That's how they convinced the public that sunglasses were a medical necessity, that our eyes couldn't be trusted with natural light ever. But here's the thing, that's not how the sun works. Sunlight is meant to be absorbed gradually, cyclically, and through the rhythms of nature itself. It's not meant to be blasted through artificial lamps or filtered through glass. It's not meant to be tested on nocturnal animals or tortured primates for that matter. It's meant to sync with human biology through skin and eyes to regulate hormones, mood, immunity, and even cellular repair. All ancient cultures understood this. They didn't just tolerate the sun, they actually worshipped it. The Egyptians, the Greeks, the Mayans, they all built temples and calendars around solar movement because they knew without the sun, there is no life. It powers our mitochondria, it triggers vitamin D production, it balances our circadian rhythm, it helps produce melatonin at night, serotonin during the day, and literally fuels our ability to thrive. But we were sold a different story. We were sold sunscreen, sunglasses, indoor lighting, and a lot of fear. And now we're seeing the results. Low vitamin D across the board, chronic fatigue, hormonal issues, skyrocketing rates of insomnia, anxiety, autoimmune disorders, mood disorders, cancers, all while hiding from the very thing that gives us life. And here's the truth no one is saying. The sun isn't dangerous. What's actually dangerous is our relationship to it. We've become disconnected from the rhythms that actually made us humans. We've replaced morning sun with screen glow. We've replaced nature with convenience, with being indoors, with windows. And we wonder why our bodies and minds are actually falling apart. But the good news is that you can reclaim it. Start like Rollier did. Just as I mentioned, go outside during the morning sunlight. No sunglasses, no screen, just you and the sun. Let the red and infrared light hit your eyes and skin. It's telling your brain it's time to wake up, repair, and energize. Then gradually increase your exposure and make sure you also catch the sunset. So go outside during the evening. Those frequencies are absolutely healing and beautiful for you. Now, I hope this video makes you realize that the sun is not out to get you. The people that are out to get you are the ones who are telling you to stay out of the sun. And this is big pharma. This is your governments that are trying to block the sun. You know, the UK is now saying they're going to be officially blocking the sun because, you know, the UK has so much sun, right? They're going to be blocking the sun while they're also building solar panels for green energy. Makes sense, right? And not only that, but they've actually been blocking the sun for decades. I mean, we've been watching these things in the sky for 30 years with my husband, and the stuff that's going on is crazy. So why would people, whoever they are at the top, why would they want to disconnect us from this life-giving force that has been the most incredible healing, powerful thing in all of human history? We were one with the sun. We lived with the sun. We rose with the sun, and we went to sleep with the sun. And it all started going wrong when we started disconnecting and turning inwards into our toxic homes and staring at these blue screens that are constantly telling your brain to wake up, wake up, wake up. So when you're scrolling at night and you're not able to get to sleep, that's why. And here's a bonus tip: catching the morning sunrise is what helps your body make melatonin so you can sleep at night. This is how important the sun is. If you're a lady going through menopause and your hormones are all over the place, the sun will help balance your hormones. It's absolutely healing. It's magical. It's pure. It's the way nature intended it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you get something out of it. Please let me know your questions below. Don't come at me with your skin cancer stories and everything else. It's not the sun that's causing the skin cancer. It's when you're overdoing the sun and you're mixing it with toxic sunscreen, seed oils, and everything else, but that's a topic for another video. So thank you again for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.